All right, here we are. The next video covering another Last of Us item leading up to the release of The Last of Us 2, which we are having a streaming event this Friday, June 19th, right here on the channel. And The Last of Us Part 2 comes in two different steelbooks, if you didn't know, and this is going to be the lead up to what this is and where you can get it. The Last of Us Part 2 is going to have a United States release and then a UK release for the steelbook itself. Now, I tried buying the UK version on the right, which I like, and my daughter loves that one, but it won't ship to the US. So somebody in the Map Mob was generous enough to pre-order this for me, and they're going to ship it over. And as soon as it comes in, yeah, we will review that, but it's not going to be... Yeah, it'll be a little bit because it's coming from overseas. Anyhow, so that is the US Steelbook. I don't know what's on the other side of it. I don't even know if that's going to be the same artwork. They haven't really shown anything else except for that. And then the UK comes with a cool slipcover, and then obviously that picture with Joel on the other side. And I dig that a lot. Like I said, my daughter loves this pic of Ellie, and I dig that Joel and Ellie's on it. It bugs the shit out of me that she's not just fully on it. I know it's artistic the way it's done here, but I hate that. Just put her whole face on it. Put Joel's whole face on it. Anyhow, if you're interested in this steelbook for The Last of Us Part 1, you can grab it for $35 on eBay. Now let's take a look at that. Wait, but first, go ahead and pick up my comic. If you're into zombie stories, trust me, this is refreshing zombie tales from a hardcore zombie fan. I'm not going to talk about it much. There's a trailer on there. There's more information on there. Indiegogo, you can find the links down below. You can get original art. It's a fully colored 128-page comic containing issues 1 through 5. Doomsday Kingdom. You will not regret it. Now back over here to this miserable attempt to record something that's like a frickin' mirror. The only con is it is a bit dark, the image. It really reflects like a mirror though, so I gotta fight the reflection. But you have Joel walking out of what appears to be the destruction of the world, since he risked everyone's lives rescuing Ellie in Part 1. Anyhow, so there's Joel, some really cool Photoshop fire behind him. It says The Last of Us Remastered, and this is a steelbook. However, it's more like a metal pack, if I remember right, because that's the metal pack design it looks like. For example, if you take a look at Jaws here, another beautiful steelbook, but if you take a look at Jaws, here's what steelbook spines look like. Bam. And again, here's what The Last of Us Remastered. This is a custom steelbook. And again, the reason is if you have Part 1 on your shelf and you have other gaming steelbooks, you can have Part 2 on your shelf when you get the new game. You can have your other gaming steelbooks, and then you'll have Part 1 and 2. I'm screwing that all up. Part 1 and 2 in steelbook form. And the print, you can tell, is done clean. The picture is high res and definitely crisp. It looks good. Again, the only con is it is a touch dark. You can't even tell on camera. I don't think you can, not through the viewfinder. But in person, when I first saw it, and yeah, it's so glossy. I'm wearing Psycho gloves. Just, you know, meme me in the comments or if you want. Here we go. The inside, you need, obviously, the menu screen, as iconic as it is. And this is the screen you get when you beat the game, and it has Ellie's switchblade tucked on the windowsill. So that's inside the steelbook with interior art even, which is pretty freaking cool. Like I said, if you want your steelbooks, Part 1 and Part 2, to be on your shelf, and you don't want to pay those crazy high prices for the Part 1 remastered steelbook or the original Ellie and Joel steelbook from Part 1. I would love to have both of those, to be honest, in my collection. But people charge so much for them. It's crazy. Anyhow, so here's this one. I put my steelbooks in these Malco, I think that's pronounced, protectors. I got one ready for this here after I wipe my prints off it. Just like a crime, I'm going to put it in this protector. Same thing I got with my Jaws, and the same thing for the other gaming steelbooks. Now, the custom steelbook idea is something that's interesting because some game companies and movies, for some reason, they decide to put just words on. Like, I love Days Gone, and this is cool having the patch here, but no one wants just words on the damn steelbook. Put art. Like, look at Doom, man. It's got words, sure, but then bam, they give you the full-on image on the back. Even Horizon Zero Dawn kind of falters a touch. Beautiful front cover. Yeah, artwork, nice. The back, though, they got this random-ass symbol. I don't give a shit about no symbol. Why do you people do that? And the reason I bring that up is because there's more I've noticed on eBay besides this replacement steelbook. And yeah, I know, you have to be a huge steelbook fan to be buying your replacement steelbooks, but even if they make a crap one, somebody could come along and make a really good custom. I've seen some that have great artwork, and I was thinking, man, listen, some of that is actually better looking than the official releases. So that's what I'm going to do. Pop this. Instead of having these ugly bags on the steelbooks, I'm going to pop this in a case, and it's going to go on the shelf, and it will await the release of part 1 and 2, which we will review on the channel. Also, I was going to review maybe a mini review on the statue and the other bust, or just do one overall collection leading into part 2 as a video. You guys kind of let me know down below what you're thinking. Let me know some thoughts and opinions. I might split them up between art and then collectibles, so that way it's a little easier. I think that is what I'm going to do. But anyhow, there it is in the protector case. Now, my cousin actually had the idea to get some collectibles, the steelbook, the art. He put in an order for me on Etsy, and then he ordered this steelbook. He had the idea to show it off. Normally, I wouldn't have grabbed this. I'm not really sure if I would have, outside of showing it off leading up to the release of part 2. Maybe once I got the steelbooks on my shelf, I would have said, nah, you know what? I want part 1 and part 2 to be on the shelf on steelbook form. But primarily it was my cousin's idea to do like a marathon upload of Last of Us content leading into part 2. So we'll kick it off and see how that goes. We already did a video discussing the very first trailer that was ever put out regarding the first game. I thought that was a fun little video, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. And let me know what you think about custom steelbooks. Let me know what you think about this specific custom steelbook. And is that something you're interested in, or is that something that, and in my opinion, I agree. I don't know what it costs to make these, but I do agree the price should come down. $15 is like the sweet spot for a replacement steelbook case. In my personal opinion, I think all gaming companies should do that with all their games if there's enough orders. I don't know. The bigger ones, because steelbooks are friggin' awesome. I don't know. Anyhow, put your thoughts and opinions down below. That's the Last of Us friggin' mirror-like reflecting, driving me nuts ass steelbook. And again, those are Malco protectors. And don't forget Doomsday Kingdom on Indiegogo. I'm telling you, this is the setup for something big. You do not want to miss it. Doomsday Kingdom on Indiegogo. One last thing. These protectors look really freaking good when you put them on your shelf all together. Like, I have the black shelf, nice, sleek looking in the hallway. And when you have a whole row of these steelbooks and protectors, it looks so clean and so crisp. I think you get the idea here. Now, I do have a shelf in my office here that has everything mixed. These are movies that we're pulling. These are the movies we're pulling our Flaw and All reviews from. Currently, some of the ones that are going to show up sooner rather than later. And then you can see even a couple here that we already reviewed just look nice and sleek. when they were all together. So just showing that off a bit. I do not like these plastic bags. That's what I had Steelbooks in previously. Man, I already reviewed the Malco protectors. I just got to shut up about them. I just think they look so damn good. Anyhow, goodbye. I'm done.